right, Evan Carter here, web editor of the Hillsdale Collegian with James Carafano of the Heritage Foundation. Is that right?
Yeah, but I also teach for Hillsdale at the
Awesome.
program in DC. So
yeah, so you were just up there at the front of the stage, and could you just give us a quick, 30-second recap of what you said?
yeah, I think the foreign policy and national security of the United States is not in good shape. One of the things that we do at Heritage is index grading military strength. The grade of the U.S. military is marginal, which is pretty pathetic considering we spend almost $600 billion a year on defense. If you look at our economic strength, that we do this index of economic freedom, the United States isn't in the top 10. We don't even have a free economy anymore. These are not good trends, and we're going to need an administration and Congress to reverse that. And the theme of the conference is really about Reagan and Reagan's commitment to peace through strength, which is not about either being kind of foolishly let's invade every country in the world or let's just sit on our hands and be anti-interventionists and never do anything anywhere anytime, but building from a base of strong defense, strong economy, and then doing the prudent, judicious thing you do to protect your vital interests. And I think conservatives will support, and I think they'll get a candidate for that. I think it's going to come from one side, not the other, because I think
who is the best candidate for that?
Well, I've been working with, because we do candidate briefings, and from the beginning, I've talked to all of them, and I think regardless of who gets the nomination, I think we'll get a peace through strength candidate. I don't think we'll get that on the Democratic side. It's not a partisan comment. I just think that we'll get more policies very similar to what President Obama's done, and I think they've been demonstrably unsuccessful.
One last question. What do you think of the recent instability in China, as far as their economics and those sorts of things?
Well, yeah, China's economic growth is slowing down, but if you look at their foreign policy, it really, really hasn't changed. Chinese foreign policy is really about squeezing the United States out of the Asia Pacific. I don't think that's even good for China. America is an Asia Pacific power. We've been one for well over 100 years. It's important to the growth in our economy, to the alliances and the countries that we share the region with. And for China to just say, well, we think we should be able to just control part of the world, and the United States doesn't have a right or to engage in our part of the world and to work with other free nations in a free manner, I think is just unacceptable. That's what's led to tragic global conflict in the past. I think that kind of behavior is unhelpful, and for the United States to accept it or abide by it, I just think is basically enabling. So I think Asia is an important theater for the United States. I think the Middle East, which is in the middle of the world, is an important region that we can't ignore, and I think there are great troubles there. I think Europe is important to the future of the United States. I think Europe's in maybe the worst shape it's been in decades. So I think anywhere you look in the areas where the United States has vital interest, the world is troubled, and the United States has to be a part of the solution. We can debate what that looks like, but we have to start with a position of strength, which is we do need a strong military that can defend our country, and we do need a strong, growing, and robust economy, and we do need freedom and liberty for individual citizens. And if we focus on those things, we'll figure out how to deal with the rest.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Carafano.